you so much for having me. I'm so glad to be with all of you today. This is quite a group of people. I'm very happy, honestly, to meet all of you virtually or Zoom-wise like this. And I've been listening in for a while, and you know, it's kind of fascinating how we're all interrelated in some way. We're all connected, and I think one of the things that we've learned over the last, or at least I have over the last 2 years, is just that fact: the relationships and the connections. Early on in the pandemic, when I thought, oh, it's going to be a month or 2 months, or it's going to be a short period of time, we were all hoping to get our 135 people back to work in one restaurant and 100 people in the other restaurant. I started doing a very simple, fun videos right here in my kitchen and posting them on my social media. And they grew enormous support from viewers, because it was that connection. And whether it was, you know, kind of elaborate hot dog garnishes, I'm not kidding, pasta sauce, whatever, it's the simplest thing, not the most complicated thing. And it was really, I chose to do the simplest things, wearing my collection of classic rock and roll t-shirts. I chose that because I wanted to make a connection with people, not wow them with my culinary skill. I've been cooking, I was listening to the timeline of work, and I'm thinking, well, I'm not quite there at 50 years yet. And I'm wondering, you know, what do I have to offer? And this is something that is a constant, you know, it's something I'm constantly thinking about. Food is people are very connected to food, and it is, over the past 20, 30 years, has become entertainment. We have it on TV in various ways. We have it on our computers in all kinds of ways. There's all, from TikTok, you name it, it's out there. All of the social media channels have people at various, it's not about the skill. I was going to say various levels of skill. It's not about the skill. It's about the connection and that people are making. So I really get a lot of entertainment value out of watching other people do things. And, you know, cooking is one of those things that I watch. Well, I'd like to get cooking. So, but I'll give you a little bit of background. You have to know this. I'm a New Yorker. I've been here my whole life. I've been cooking for decades. Right now, my restaurant, Porterhouse Bar and Grill, is considered one of the top steakhouses in New York City. It's really a grill. We serve a very broad array of food, but beef steaks are really the kind of the thing. And from the very beginning, I've been using, it is American beef. It is prime beef. It's natural, without antibiotics, without hormones. That's always been a big thing to me. We can talk about grass-fed another time, but that's what we serve. But people do choose from the seafood and the vegetables, and we have a lot of vegetables, organic vegetables produced in different ways, different dishes. And now we're seeing people returning to the restaurant, and restaurants are entertainment, seeing other people, and people are enjoying this aspect. In New York City, everyone is vaccinated before they're admitted to restaurants, and seeing people is part of the entertainment, socializing with their circle of people, whether it's 2 people, 4 people, or a group of 10. And, you know, the relief they have at being out again, even though we're battling through this in some ways, has really been an amazing thing to watch. And through these last 18 months or more, I have my tomatoes going now. I'll explain that in a second. Through these last 18 months or more, I think, you know, I've thought a lot about my, you know, just who I am and what I do and how I do it. And I have always tried to stay physically fit because I have a very physical job. I've always considered cooking to be one of the athletic sports in some ways, because there's a lot of energy that we use every day. There's 12 to 14 hours, if not more, standing and walking. You know, my 10,000 steps are pretty easy to capture just being at work every day. But I really got serious about my weight, and I changed my eating habits. I formed new habits. And this was something that took some mental strength or mental work. And I really eat on interim fasting. I don't start eating till 12 o'clock in the afternoon, and I don't stop eating. Then I stop eating at 8 or 9 o'clock at night. I kind of get all my calories in that time, and the rest of the time I'm really at fast, except for a few liquids, beverages. Try to stay as low in calorie counts as I can, although I have a coffee habit that won't go away. You know, espressos at 9 o'clock at night are easy for me. That, and I couldn't go to the gym. And so I got myself a bike for the apartment. I live in a Manhattan apartment. I got myself some dumbbells, some free weights, and I took it all from online training, and I've dropped 55 pounds, which is a lot of weight. I didn't think I was that big, but you know, the 55 pounds came off. It's done wonders for my work, just in terms of my physicality, but it also gives me time every day to think about what food and what matters in food. So, you know, we're doing some vegetable dishes today that I love, and people have, you know, this idea of meatless Mondays and a vegan or vegetarian. We've always accommodated those requests in our restaurants, and it's always been part of our ethos that this is something that we must do for people, is to accommodate them, to help them have a good time, help them to enjoy themselves in whatever way we can. So this is not terribly new, but incorporating it into my own lifestyle has really been, it's